Hello there, my dear friend. I am so glad you could join me in the quiet of this evening. Have you ever felt it? A quiet, inner disharmony? Not a loud, clashing noise, but a subtle, pervasive feeling that something is just out of tune. A feeling that the notes of your own being are not quite resonating with each other. A feeling of a low, constant, and wearying dissonance. It is the feeling of a beautiful instrument that has been played too hard or left in the cold for too long, and its strings have lost their perfect, harmonious tension. We spend so much of our lives playing the song of the world, following its frantic and demanding tempo, that we forget that we are, ourselves, a beautiful and precious instrument. An instrument that requires its own quiet time, its own gentle hand, to be brought back into tune. What if I told you that you hold within you the power to become your own gentle and infinitely patient tuner? What if I told you that tonight we could learn the quiet, sacred, and deeply healing art of tuning your own inner instrument, so that you may once again resonate with your own true and beautiful chord of peace? If this is a music your soul is longing to hear, then I invite you to join me. Find your most comfortable place of rest, a sanctuary where you can feel completely and totally safe. Let your body grow heavy. Let your breath grow slow. And let us begin our gentle, sacred work. Let us find, and then let us tune, your own inner instrument. Imagine, if you will, that in the great quiet house of your own being, there is a room you have not visited in a very long time. It is not a dark or a scary room. It is simply a forgotten room. Let us find the door to this room now. It is a simple, humble, wooden door at the end of a long, quiet hallway. Place your hand on the cool brass knob. Turn it. It opens with a soft, gentle click and a faint, almost silent creak of old sleeping hinges. As you push the door open, a unique and familiar scent wafts out to greet you. It is the smell of old, polished wood, of dried resin, of beeswax, and of the faint, sweet, and dusty scent of time itself. It is the smell of forgotten music. Step inside, and let us pause here, just at the entrance, to let our eyes adjust. The room is filled with a soft, gentle, and deeply peaceful silvery light of the moon, which filters down through a large, tall, and arched window. The moonlight illuminates a million tiny, sleeping motes of dust, dancing slowly, gracefully, in the still air. This room is a sanctuary, a place of quiet, creative potential. And there, in the very center of the room, leaning against an old velvet chair, you see it, your instrument. It is a beautiful, old, and wise-looking cello. Its body is crafted from a deep, rich, and reddish-brown wood, the color of a perfect autumn leaf. Its shape is one of the most beautiful in the world, a perfect, graceful, and feminine curve. You can see the intricate, swirling grain of the wood, a unique fingerprint that tells the story of the ancient tree from which it was born. But the instrument is not in a state of readiness. It is covered in a fine, silvery, and almost ethereal layer of dust. It is not the dust of neglect, but the dust of a long, quiet, and patient slumber. A soft, gray shroud that speaks not of abandonment, but of a deep and necessary rest. It has been waiting for you. Let us approach it, slowly, reverently. This is not just an object. This is a part of you. This is the very body of your own soul's song. Kneel down beside it, and with a sense of profound gentleness, reach out your hand and place it on the dusty, curved body of the cello. Feel the coolness of the old wood beneath the soft layer of dust. Now, imagine you have in your other hand a small, incredibly soft, and perfectly clean piece of silk cloth. It is the cloth of your own gentle, non-judgmental awareness. And now, very, very slowly, and with the utmost love and care, begin to wipe away the dust. This is not a chore. It is a ritual, a ceremony of rediscovery. As you gently wipe the upper bout of the cello, you are not just wiping away dust. You are wiping away the old, stale thoughts that have been clouding your mind. With each slow, circular motion, you see the beautiful, rich, and glowing wood begin to emerge from beneath the gray. The clarity is returning. As you wipe down the long, elegant neck of the instrument, you are wiping away the tension you have been holding in your own neck and shoulders. You feel your own muscles beginning to soften, to release, as the neck of the cello becomes smooth and clean in your hands, as you gently, carefully clean the intricate, beautiful, and swirling scroll at the very top of the instrument. You are wiping away the confusion, the mental knots, the endless, looping worries. The beautiful, clear, and elegant form is revealed. You have not played a single note. You have not touched a single string, but the work of tuning has already begun. For the first step in creating harmony is always to create a clean, clear, and loving space. You have reacquainted yourself with your own instrument. You have honored it with your gentle, loving attention. You have remembered that it is here. You have remembered that it is beautiful. Now, the cello is clean. It gleams with a soft, deep, and warm luster in the gentle moonlight. It looks ready. It looks hopeful. It is a vessel waiting for its voice to be restored. And now, my dear friend, we must listen. We must listen to its current voice, not with judgment, but with the compassionate, diagnostic ear of a master luthier, so that we may know with gentle precision what is in need of our care. And so, the beautiful, ancient, and wise instrument of our own soul now sits before us, clean and gleaming in the soft, silvery moonlight. We have re-established our connection to it. We have honored it with our gentle, loving attention. We have wiped away the long accumulated dust of neglect and of forgetfulness. It is a vessel of pure, beautiful, and sleeping potential. But before we can awaken its true, harmonious voice, we must first have the courage to listen to the voice it has right now. This is a step that many of us try to skip. When we feel out of tune, we immediately try to force ourselves into a state of harmony. We tell ourselves, I should be happy, I should be calm, I should be more productive. We try to tighten our strings with the force of our will, without first listening to how they are truly resonating. And this often leads only to more tension, or worse, to the snapping of a string. A wise musician knows that the first step in tuning is not to correct, but to listen. To listen with a deep, compassionate, and non-judgmental ear. To hear the dissonance not as a failure, but simply as information, as a starting point. So, let us do that now. In your imagination, you are sitting on a low stool before the beautiful, gleaming cello. It is resting comfortably, its base on the floor, its neck leaning gently against your shoulder and your heart. It feels like a familiar, long-lost friend. Imagine now that you are lifting your right hand, and with your thumb, you are going to gently, but clearly, pluck the first and the thickest of the 4 great strings. This is the C string. This is the deepest, most resonant, and most grounding string on the instrument. It represents your body, your physical self, your connection to the earth, to your health, to the simple, profound reality of being in a physical form. Let us pluck it now. Reach out and thrum. The sound that comes out is not the clear, deep, and resonant note it is supposed to be. It is a dull, flat, and wobbly sound. It is a note that is far too low. It lacks tension. It lacks life. It is the sound of exhaustion. The sound of a body that has been pushed too hard, that has not been given enough rest, enough nourishment. It is the sound of feeling depleted. Just listen to this sound. Do not judge it. Do not be disappointed by it. Just hear it. This is the truth of your physical state right now, and it is okay. The first step in healing is always an honest diagnosis. So, we listen to this flat, weary note, and we say to our body with a deep and quiet compassion, "Ah, I hear you. You are tired. I understand." Let the dull vibration fade into the deep silence of the room. Now, let us move to the next string. This is the G string. It is a little thinner, a little higher. This string represents your heart, your emotional self, your capacity for love, for joy, for connection, but also for sadness and for grief. It is the string of your emotional life. Let us pluck it now. Reach out and twang. The sound that comes out is sharp, jarring. It is a note that is far too high. It is a string that is stretched too tight. It vibrates with a frantic, anxious, and almost painful energy. It is the sound of a heart that is on edge, the sound of anxiety, of worry, of a constant low-level state of fight or flight. It is the sound of a heart that has forgotten how to be soft, how to be at rest. Just listen to this sharp, tense, and vibrating note. Do not be afraid of it. Do not try to silence it. Just hear it. This is the truth of your emotional state right now. And it is okay. It is just a string that has been stretched too tight by the demands of the world. So, we listen to this sharp, anxious note, and we say to our heart with a deep, quiet kindness, I hear you. You are feeling stretched. You are feeling anxious. I understand. Let the tense, jarring vibration fade into the deep silence of the room. Now, we move to the third string, the D string. This string is thinner still. It is a beautiful, expressive, and melodic string. It represents your mind, your thoughts, your creativity, your ideas, the endless, beautiful, and sometimes chaotic stream of your mental life. Let us pluck it now. Reach out and plink, plonk, plink. The sound that comes out is not a single clear note at all. It is a jumble of sounds, a chaotic, unfocused, and dissonant mess. The string seems to be buzzing against the fingerboard. It is the sound of a mind that is cluttered, a mind that is racing with 1,000 different thoughts at once. The sound of distraction, of overwhelm, of a lack of a clear, single focus. It is the sound of a library where all the books have been thrown on the floor. Just listen to this chaotic, buzzing, and unfocused sound. Do not get frustrated with it. Do not try to untangle it. Just hear it. This is the truth of your mental state right now. And it is okay. It is just a mind that has been overstimulated by a noisy world. So, we listen to this chaotic jumble of notes, and we say to our mind, with a deep, quiet patience, I hear you. You are full. You are busy. You are overwhelmed. I understand. Let the chaotic buzzing finally fade into the deep silence of the room. And now, the final string, the thinnest, the highest, the most delicate of all, the A string. This string represents your spirit, your connection to a sense of purpose, of meaning, of beauty, your connection to the part of you that is timeless, that is boundless, that is sacred. Let us pluck it now. Reach out with the gentlest of touches, and there is no sound. There is only a dull, empty, and silent thud. The string is completely slack. It has lost all of its tension, all of its life. It does not vibrate at all. This is the sound of disconnection, the sound of a spirit that has been neglected, the sound of a life that has become so focused on the doing that it has forgotten the being. It is the sound of a deep, profound, and quiet ache. The ache of a lost connection to your own soul. Just be with this silence. This is the hardest one to be with. but we will be with it. We will not turn away. We will honor this silence. We will honor this deep, quiet ache. And we will say to our spirit, with the deepest love we can muster, I hear you. I hear your silence. I have been away for too long, but I am back now. I understand. And now, there is only the deep, profound, and healing silence of the room itself. We have done the bravest work of all. We have listened to our own dissonance without judgment. We have heard the tired, flat note of our body, the sharp, anxious note of our heart, the chaotic, buzzing notes of our mind, and the profound, aching silence of our spirit. We have not fixed anything yet, but we have created the most important condition for all healing, a clear, honest, and deeply compassionate awareness of what is. The diagnosis is complete. We know now where the work needs to be done, and in the next part of our journey, we will finally, gently, and lovingly begin to turn the pegs. We will begin to tune. And so, we sit in the deep, quiet, and moonlit stillness of our inner sanctuary. We have done the brave and honest work of listening. We have heard the dissonant, out-of-tune song of our own current state, and we have met it not with judgment or with frustration, but with a deep, quiet, and compassionate understanding. We know now what is needed, and so the true art of tuning can begin. A wise musician does not try to tune all the strings at once. That would only create more chaos. A wise musician starts with the lowest, most foundational string and tunes it perfectly. For when the lowest note is true, all the other notes have a firm and stable foundation to resonate with. And so, we will begin with our lowest string, the thick, grounding, and deeply resonant C string, the string of our body. We heard its voice. It was a dull, flat, and lifeless thrum, a note that was far too low. It is a string that has lost its tension, its vitality. It is the feeling of exhaustion, of depletion. And how do we tune a string that is too flat? We do not yank it into tune. We do not force it. We must gently, slowly, and with great care, begin to tighten it. In your imagination, I want you to bring your left hand up to the beautiful, carved, and spiraling scroll at the very top of the cello's neck. There, you will find the 4 large wooden tuning pegs. Find the one that belongs to the C string. It is the largest, most solid of the 4. Grasp it gently between your thumb and your forefinger. It is made of a dark, smooth ebony wood, and it feels solid and reliable in your hand. Now, this is a process of deep, intuitive listening. With your right thumb, pluck the C string again. Thrum. There is that dull, flat, and weary sound. But this time, we are not just listening to the sound. We are listening for the potential within the sound. We are listening for the true note that is sleeping inside this tired one. And now, as the sound is still vibrating very, very slowly, with a tiny, almost imperceptible movement, you turn the tuning peg just a fraction of an inch. As you turn it, you can feel the tension on the string increasing just a little, and you can hear the pitch of the note beginning to rise. The dull, wobbly sound is becoming a little clearer, a little more focused. Stop turning and just listen. The note is still flat, but it is a little closer to its true self. This tiny, gentle, and patient turning of the peg is a metaphor for the small, gentle, and patient acts of kindness we can offer to our own tired bodies. It is not a grand gesture. It is not a week-long spa retreat. It is the simple, profound act of taking one single, deep, and nourishing breath. So, let us do that now. Together, pluck the string again. Thrum. And as its sound vibrates through you, take a slow, deep, and truly generous breath in. Imagine you are breathing in not just air, but a deep, restorative, and earthy energy. Imagine you are drawing strength up from the very core of the earth, just as we did when we felt the roots of the great tree. Breathe this energy deep, deep, deep into your belly. Now, hold that breath for a moment, and as you hold it, gently, lovingly, turn the tuning peg in your mind just another fraction of an inch. And now, as you breathe out a long, slow, and complete sigh, pluck the string again. Thrum. Listen. The note is different. It is clearer. It is more resonant. It is holding its tone for longer. It is still a little flat, but it is so much closer to its true, beautiful, and deeply resonant self. The single deep breath has given it life. It has given it a little of the tension and the vitality it had lost. Let us continue this slow, beautiful, and healing rhythm. Pluck the string. Hear its current state without judgment. Take a deep, nourishing, and restorative breath in, filling your body with a quiet, earthy strength. As you hold the breath, give the peg one more tiny, loving, and patient turn. Breathe out with a soft sigh, releasing all the weariness, all the exhaustion. And then pluck the string again and listen to the new, clearer, and more vibrant note with each breath, with each tiny, mindful adjustment. The note of your body is coming back into harmony. The deep, resonant, and beautiful note that is its birthright. You are not forcing it. You are not demanding it. You are gently, lovingly, and patiently inviting your own vitality to return. Let's do this a few more times. A slow, meditative, and deeply healing cycle. Pluck. Thrum. Breathe in the strength of the earth. Turn the peg. Breathe out the weariness of the world. Pluck again. Throom. The note is almost there now. It is beginning to make the very wood of the cello vibrate. You can feel a gentle, pleasant hum in your own chest, in your own belly. Your body is beginning to resonate with its own true frequency. One final time, pluck the string. Take your deepest, most generous, and most loving breath of the night. A breath that says to your body, thank you for carrying me. Thank you for your tireless work. I will take care of you. Give the peg one final, perfect, and almost imperceptible nudge. And as you release the breath completely, letting go of any last lingering trace of exhaustion, pluck the string one last time. Through. There it is. The note is perfect. It is deep. It is clear. It is resonant. It is a sound that feels like the deep, quiet, and unshakable hum of the earth itself. It is a sound of pure, grounded, and profound peace. It vibrates not just in the room, but deep within your own bones, in the very marrow of your being. It is a sound that says, I am here, I am solid, I am safe, I am at rest. Let this one, perfect and deeply healing note be the only thing in your awareness. Let it wash over you. Let it vibrate through you. Let it be a deep, resonant, and healing lullaby for your physical self. The first string is in tune. The foundation is set. Your body is at peace. And from this place of deep, grounded, and physical calm, we are now ready to tend to the other strings. But for now, just rest. Rest in this one perfect and deeply resonant note. The note of your own body, finally, beautifully, and completely at peace. And so, we rest in the deep, resonant, and healing hum of our own physical being. The first and most foundational string of our inner instrument is now in perfect, harmonious tune. Feel this stability. It is a deep, quiet, and unshakable anchor that holds us in a state of profound, grounded peace. From this safe and solid foundation, we can now turn our gentle, loving attention to the next string. Let us move our awareness now to the second string, the G string. It is a little thinner, a little more sensitive than the first. This string, my dear friend, represents your heart, your emotional self. It is the string that sings with the soaring notes of joy and of love, and it is the string that weeps with the deep, resonant vibrations of sadness and of grief. It is the string of your emotional life, and it is perhaps the most sensitive and the most vulnerable of them all. We have already heard its voice tonight. It was a sharp, jarring, and almost painful twang. A note that was stretched far too high. A string that was pulled too tight. It is the sound of a heart that has been living in a state of constant, low-level anxiety. A heart that has been bracing itself for the next blow, the next disappointment, the next demand. It is the sound of a heart that has forgotten how to be soft. And how do we tune a string that is too sharp, too tight? We do not simply cut it to release the tension all at once. That would be a violent and a shocking act. No! A wise musician knows that to bring a sharp note back down into harmony, you must gently, slowly, and with the utmost care begin to loosen it. So, in your imagination, bring your left hand back up to the beautiful carved scroll of the cello. Find the second tuning peg, the one that belongs to the G string. Grasp it gently. It feels a little more delicate than the first one. Now, this is a process of deep, compassionate listening and of gentle release. With your right thumb, pluck the G string again. Twang. There is that sharp, tense, and anxious sound. It vibrates with a frantic, almost buzzing energy that you can feel in your own chest. Listen to it, but listen with a new kind of ear. Listen with the ear of compassion. This is not an angry or an aggressive sound. It is the sound of a part of you that is crying out for a feeling of safety. It is the sound of a heart that is trying its very best to protect itself. And as the sound is still vibrating, very, very slowly, with a tiny, almost imperceptible movement, you turn the tuning peg. But this time, you are not tightening, you are loosening. Just a fraction of an inch. As you turn it, you can feel the immense tension on the string beginning to release, just a little. And you can hear the pitch of the note beginning to fall. The sharp, jarring sound is becoming a little softer, a little less frantic. Stop turning and just listen. The note is still sharp, but it is a little closer to its true self. This tiny, gentle, and patient loosening of the peg is a metaphor for the small, gentle, and patient acts of soothing we can offer to our own anxious hearts. It is not a grand gesture. It is the simple, profound act of giving yourself one single moment of unconditional safety. So, let us do that now. Together, pluck the string again. Twang. And as its sharp sound vibrates through you, I want you to give yourself a simple, silent, and deeply honest message. It is a message from the wise, calm, and grounded part of you to the anxious, fearful part of you. The message is this: in this one moment, you are completely and totally safe. Nothing is wrong. Nothing is being asked of you. You can let go. And as you offer yourself this profound gift of safety, gently, lovingly, turn the tuning peg in your mind. Just another fraction of an inch, loosening, releasing. And now, as you take a slow, soft breath, pluck the string again. Twee, N, G, G. Listen. The note is different. The sharp, metallic edge is gone. It is still a little high, but it is softer now, more melodic. It is holding its tone with less frantic energy. The single, conscious act of offering yourself a moment of safety has begun to soothe the frantic heart. It is beginning to feel that it can let go of its tight, defensive grip. Let us continue this slow, beautiful, and healing rhythm. Pluck the string. Hear its anxious state without judgment. Offer yourself the deep, unconditional gift of a single safe moment. A single safe breath. You are safe. You can release. As you feel the safety, give the peg one more tiny, loving, and patient turn. Loosening, releasing. Take a soft, gentle breath. And then pluck the string again and listen to the new, softer, and more beautiful note. With each moment of safety you offer, with each tiny, mindful adjustment, the note of your heart is coming back down into harmony. The frantic, high-pitched cry of anxiety is transforming into the warm, mellow, and beautiful song of a heart that is at peace. You are not forcing it to be calm. You are not telling it to just relax. You are gently, lovingly, and patiently creating the conditions of safety that allow it to relax all on its own. Let's do this a few more times. A slow, meditative, and deeply compassionate cycle. Pluck, twing. Offer the gift of safety. You are safe now. Turn the peg. Loosening. Take a gentle breath. Pluck again. Toing chi ji. The note is almost there now. It is beginning to sing. It is beginning to make the body of the cello resonate with a warm, beautiful vibration that you can feel right in the center of your own chest. Your heart is beginning to feel safe enough to open one final time.
Pluck the string. Offer yourself the deepest, most profound,
and most loving feeling of safety you can muster. A feeling that says to your heart, I will not abandon you. I will not judge you. I will always be here to create a safe space for you, no matter what storms may rage outside. Give the peg one final, perfect, and almost imperceptible nudge of release. And as you exhale completely, letting go of any last, lingering trace of anxiety, pluck the string one last time. Ta! It is mellow. It is full of a deep, quiet, and profound beauty. It is a sound that feels like the warm, gentle light of the moon. It is a sound of pure, emotional peace. It vibrates not just in the room, but deep within your own heart, soothing every last frayed nerve and filling you with a feeling of deep, quiet, and unconditional self-love. Let this one perfect and deeply healing note be the only thing in your awareness. Let it wash over you. Let it vibrate through you. Let it be a deep, resonant, and healing lullaby for your emotional self. The second string is in tune. Your heart is at peace. And now, resting on the deep, grounded stability of your peaceful body, and held in the warm, gentle embrace of your peaceful heart, we are ready to tend to the beautiful and often chaotic string of the mind. And so we rest in a place of growing harmony. The deep, grounding note of our peaceful body and the warm, mellow note of our peaceful heart are now vibrating together, creating a beautiful, resonant chord of deep, inner calm. Feel this harmony. It is a feeling of being both solid and soft, both grounded and open-hearted. This is a beautiful and a powerful place to be. And from this place of deep, embodied, and heartfelt peace, we now have the stability and the compassion we need to turn our attention to the next, and often the most challenging string. Let us move our awareness now to the third string, the D string. This string is thinner, brighter. It is a beautiful, expressive, and wonderfully melodic string. It is the string that sings with the clear, bright notes of our ideas, our creativity, our insights. This string, my dear friend, represents your mind. But we have already heard its voice tonight, and it was not a clear, beautiful, and melodic song. It was a chaotic, unfocused, and dissonant jumble of sounds. Plink, plonk, buzz, plink. It was the sound of a string that is not just out of tune, but that is vibrating against things it shouldn't, creating a noisy, distracting, and deeply wearying static. It is the sound of a mind that is cluttered, overstimulated, a mind that is racing with 1,000 different competing thoughts at once, a mind that has lost its clear, single, and peaceful focus. So, how do we tune a string that is so chaotic? We cannot simply tighten or loosen it, for it is not just a problem of pitch. It is a problem of clarity. The string is touching things it shouldn't. It is caught up in a web of interference. Before we can find its true note, we must first create some space. So, in your imagination, let us lean in very close to the cello. Look down the long, dark, and elegant fingerboard, and you can see the problem. The D string is not resting cleanly above the wood. It is caught on a tiny, rough splinter of old worry. It is being touched by the neighboring string of a nagging to-do list. It is vibrating against a sticky residue of a half-finished conversation. It is not free to vibrate on its own. Our first task is not to tune, but to gently clear. Imagine you have a small, incredibly soft, and delicate tool, perhaps the single soft feather we found in the forest of our other story. And with the utmost care, you are going to use the tip of this feather to gently, lovingly create space around the D string. First, let's find that tiny, rough splinter of old worry that the string is caught on. With the very tip of your feather, just gently nudge it away. The splinter falls away, turning to dust, and the string lifts. Just a fraction of a millimeter. It is a little freer. This is a metaphor for the simple act of noticing a single, repetitive, worried thought and gently, without a fight, just letting it go. Now, let's address the neighboring string of your to-do list that is leaning against our mind string. We are not going to break this string. The to-do list is important, but it does not belong here, in this moment of rest. So, with a soft feather, just gently push it back into its own proper place. Create a tiny, silent space of separation. This is the act of setting a gentle boundary. of saying to your busy, planning mind, thank you for your hard work, but now is not the time for planning. Now is the time for rest. And now, that sticky residue of a half-finished conversation with the soft, absorbent tip of your feather, just gently blot it up. You are not re-engaging with the conversation. You are simply absorbing the sticky, emotional residue it left behind and removing it. You are cleaning your mental palate. Take a deep breath. Look at the string now. It is no longer touching anything it shouldn't. It is resting in a clean, clear, and open space, floating just above the dark, smooth fingerboard. It is now free to find its own true voice. So, let us listen. With your right thumb, gently pluck the D string. Boing, G, 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 G. The sound is much clearer now. The chaotic buzzing is gone. It is a single, clear note, but it is still out of tune. It is a little flat, a little dull. It is the sound of a mind that is clear, but not yet inspired. It is a mind that is empty, but not yet vibrant. So, now we can turn to the tuning peg. Find the third peg on the scroll. Grasp it gently. We will use the same gentle rhythm that we use for our body string. A rhythm of breath, of patience, and of small, mindful adjustments. Pluck the string. Boing, G, G, G. Hear its clear but dull note. Now, take a slow, deep, and clarifying breath in. Imagine you are breathing in not just air, but a cool, clear, and silvery moonlight. The light of pure, uncluttered awareness. As you hold that light within you, give the peg one tiny and almost imperceptible turn, tightening just a little. And as you breathe out, releasing all the old, stale, and cluttered thoughts, pluck the string again. Dee, gee, gee, gee. Listen, the note is brighter. It is more alive. It is beginning to sing. The single clarifying breath, the single mindful adjustment has begun to bring the life back to your mind. It is no longer just empty. It is becoming beautifully, expressively alive. Let's continue this gentle rhythm. Pluck, ding, hear the note. Breathe in the cool, clear light of awareness. Turn the peg. Breathe out the old mental clutter. Pluck again. D, N, G, G, G. The note is so close now. It is a beautiful, clear, and optimistic sound. It is the sound of a mind that is both at peace and full of a quiet, creative potential. It is the sound of a beautiful idea just beginning to form. One final, gentle time. Pluck the string. Take your clearest, most spacious, and most loving breath. A breath that says to your mind, you do not have to race. You do not have to be full of noise. Your true nature is this beautiful, clear, and open space. Give the peg one final, perfect, and tiny nudge. And as you exhale completely, letting go of any last lingering attachment to the mental chaos, pluck the string one last time. Do, 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 do. There it is. The note is perfect. It is bright, but not sharp. It is clear, but not cold. It is a sound of pure, effortless, and beautiful clarity. It is a sound that feels like a single, perfect star shining in a vast, clear, and silent night sky. It vibrates through the room, a note of pure, uncluttered, and joyful awareness. Let this one, perfect and deeply clarifying note, be the only thing in your awareness. Let its clean, bright, and beautiful vibration wash through your mind, clearing away any last dusty corners and leaving only a feeling of vast, open, and peaceful space. The third string is in tune. Your mind is at peace. And now, resting on the foundation of your grounded body, your soothed heart, and your clear mind, we are ready for the final and most delicate of all the strings, the string of your spirit. And so, we rest. We are not just sitting in a quiet room anymore. We are sitting in the very center of a beautiful, resonant, and living harmony. A harmony of our own making. Feel this chord. It is the chord of your own integrated, peaceful, and well-tuned self. Feel the deep, grounding, and unshakable bass note of your rested body. Through, it is the earth beneath you, the foundation of your being. Feel the warm, mellow, and deeply compassionate alto note of your soothed heart. Tune, NN, NGGG. It is the warmth of the fire, the emotional core of your being. And feel the clear, bright, and wonderfully spacious soprano note of your clarified mind. D-Ni-G-G. It is the cool silver moonlight, the boundless open sky of your being. These three notes are singing together in a perfect, beautiful, and effortless chord. Just be with this sound for a while. Let it wash over you. Let it vibrate through you. This is the sound of you, in your natural state of peace, a state of groundedness, of open-heartedness, and of mental clarity. It is a beautiful and a powerful place to be. And now, from this place of deep Trinitarian harmony, we have the stability, the compassion, and the clarity we need to approach the final and most delicate of all the strings. Let us move our awareness to the fourth and final string, the A string. It is the thinnest, the highest, the most vulnerable, and the most exquisitely beautiful string on the entire instrument. It is the string that allows the cello to truly sing, to soar, to touch the heavens. This string, my dear friend, represents your spirit, your connection to a sense of purpose, of meaning, of beauty, your connection to the part of you that is timeless, that is boundless, that is sacred, the part of you that knows without a doubt that you are a part of something much, much larger than your own small personal story. We have already tried to play this string tonight, and we were met with silence, a dull, empty, and aching thud. It was a string that was completely slack, its tension lost, its voice forgotten. It is the feeling of disconnection, the sound of a spirit that has been neglected in the rush and the noise of the material world. So, how do we tune a string that has no voice at all? How do we bring life back to that which has fallen silent? This requires the greatest gentleness of all. This is not a task of tightening or of loosening. It is an act of remembering, of reawakening. In your imagination, bring your left hand up to the beautiful carved scroll of the cello one last time. Find the final, most delicate tuning peg, the peg of the A string. Grasp it with the lightest possible touch, and now, with your right thumb, do not pluck the string. Just rest your thumb upon it, gently. Feel its sad, slack lifelessness. And as you rest your thumb upon this silent string, I want you to perform a simple, profound, and sacred act of remembrance. I want you to remember a moment in your life, however brief, however distant, when you felt a true and undeniable connection to a sense of wonder, a sense of magic, a sense of awe. It does not have to be a grand or a religious moment. It could be the moment you saw a truly breathtaking sunset and your heart ached with its beauty. It could be the moment you looked up at a vast, star-filled night sky and felt your own smallness in the most beautiful and comforting of ways. It could be the moment you held a newborn baby and felt the profound, mysterious miracle of life itself. It could be a moment listening to a piece of music that seemed to touch your very soul. Just choose one. Let the memory arise gently. Do not force it. And as the memory comes, I want you to feel it. Feel the feeling of that moment. The feeling of awe. The feeling of wonder. The feeling of being connected to something vast, beautiful, and deeply, profoundly meaningful. Let this feeling fill you up. It is a feeling that is beyond words. It is the language of your spirit. And now, as this beautiful, sacred feeling is peaking within you, this is when we will turn the peg. With that feeling of awe held in your heart, very, very slowly, begin to turn the tuning peg of the A string. You are not just tightening a string. You are infusing this string with the memory of your own spiritual connection. You are reminding it of its own true purpose, to sing the song of wonder. Turn it slowly. You will feel the slack beginning to disappear. You will feel a new and delicate tension beginning to form. Stop turning! Now, take a slow, deep breath. A breath of pure reverence. And as you breathe out for the first time, gently pluck the string. P-N-G-G-A sound. A small, thin, and wavering, but beautiful sound. It is a note that is alive. It is a little flat, still weak, but it is a voice. The silence has been broken. Your spirit is beginning to remember how to sing. Let us continue this gentle, sacred rhythm. Gently pluck the string. Hear its new but still weak voice. Now, call to mind another memory of wonder. The feeling of unconditional love for a pet. The feeling of standing in an ancient forest, surrounded by silent, giant trees. The feeling of a creative idea appearing in your mind as if from nowhere, a perfect and beautiful gift. Let that feeling of sacred beauty fill you up, and as you are filled with it, give the peg one more tiny, loving, and patient turn. Tightening, awakening, and then pluck the string again. P in gi gi gi. The note is stronger now, clearer. It is a high, sweet, and exquisitely beautiful sound. It is the sound of a heart that is remembering its own divinity. It is the sound of a soul that is waking up one final, beautiful time. G string and the bright, clear D string. It is the final, perfect, and soaring note that completes the chord. It is the voice of your own soul, singing in perfect, beautiful, and radiant harmony with your body, your heart, and your mind. The chord of your own being is now complete. It is a sound of such profound, integrated, and radiant beauty that it seems to fill not just the room, but the entire universe. It is the sound of you, whole, healed, and in perfect, harmonious tune. And so, it is done. The final string is in tune. The work of the gentle, patient, and loving musician is complete, and now there is only the music. Let us, for one final, beautiful, and sacred moment, draw the bow across all 4 strings at once. In your imagination, feel the long, smooth, and graceful movement of the bow. And listen. Listen to the sound that you have brought forth from the deep, quiet, and sacred instrument of your own being. It is a single, perfect, and magnificent chord. Hear the deep, grounding, and unshakable foundation of your rested body. Hear the warm, mellow, and deeply compassionate voice of your soothed heart, weaving a beautiful, loving harmony. Hear the bright, clear, and wonderfully spacious song of your clarified mind, adding a note of pure, uncluttered awareness. And soaring above it all, hear the exquisitely beautiful, sweet, and transcendent voice of your reawakened spirit, a note of pure, boundless, and joyful connection to the great mystery of life itself. This is the chord of your own wholeness. This is the true sound of you. It is a sound of such profound, integrated, and radiant beauty that it seems to fill not just the quiet, moonlit room, but the entire universe. It is the music that you were always meant to play. There is no more dissonance. There is no more struggle. There is no more conflict. There is only this one, perfect and all-encompassing harmony. Let this sound, this feeling, this profound, vibrational peace be the only thing in your awareness. Let it wash over you. Let it move through you. It is a healing balm for your very soul. It is a deep, resonant, and cellular massage, soothing every last hidden trace of tension and aligning your entire being with its own true and natural frequency of peace. You are no longer the musician. You are no longer the instrument. You have become the music itself. You are this beautiful, perfect, and harmonious chord. And your only task now is to simply resonate, to be, to float in this beautiful, vibrant, and deeply healing ocean of sound that you yourself have created. The image of the cello, of the room, of the moonlight. Let it all begin to soften now. Let the visual world dissolve. There is only the feeling of this beautiful, resonant hum. It is the lullaby of your own soul, singing you to sleep. Your body is now so heavy, so deeply and profoundly relaxed, that it feels as though it is vibrating in perfect harmony with the deep, grounding note of the earth itself. It is safe. It is at rest. Your heart is so soft, so open, so at peace, that it feels as though it is beating in perfect time with the gentle, loving rhythm of the universe. Your mind is so clear, so quiet, so spacious, that it feels as though it is a perfect, silent mirror, reflecting the vast, quiet, and boundless beauty of the cosmos. And your spirit is so light, so free, so joyful, that it feels as though it is dancing with the stars. This is the state of perfect, harmonious alignment, a state of deep, profound, and unshakable peace. And from this state, the journey into the even deeper, more profound, and more healing peace of sleep is not a journey at all. It is simply a release, a final, gentle, and effortless letting go. The story is over. The instrument is tuned. The music is playing. And a deep, profound, and healing rest is now yours for the taking. Allow your awareness to dissolve now. Let it melt into the beautiful, warm, and resonant chord of your own being. Let go of all thought. Let go of all effort. And just become the music. Become the harmony. Become the peace. Sleep now, my dear friend. Sleep deeply. Sleep peacefully. Let your dreams be filled with a beautiful, gentle, and harmonious music. Rest in the profound, unshaked, feel like a fall. A fall is a chaotic, fearful, and uncontrolled event. This is not that. This is a descent, a slow, graceful, and utterly peaceful journey downward. You are not plummeting. You are drifting. A gentle, almost imperceptible current of air, a soft and loving breath from the universe itself catches you, and you begin your final, most beautiful dance. You begin to spiral. Slowly, gracefully, you turn in the cool, clean air. Imagine this movement, a long, slow, and elegant pirouette. With each turn, your perspective of the world changes. For a moment, you see the great, bare, and beautiful branches of your mother tree now receding above you. You feel not a sense of loss, but a deep, quiet feeling of gratitude for the life it gave you. Then you turn again, and you see the vast, pale, and endless autumn sky. Then you turn again, and you see the great, dark, and sleeping forest stretching out to the horizon. And then you turn again, and you see the beautiful, soft, and welcoming carpet of a million other fallen leaves on the forest floor, slowly, gently coming closer to meet you. This is the longest, most meditative, and most beautiful part of our journey tonight. This slow, gentle, and hypnotic spiral. Let yourself become completely absorbed in the sensation of it. Feel the air as it flows over and under your leaf-like form. It is supporting you. It is holding you. It is your partner in this final, beautiful waltz. You are not falling through the air. You are dancing with. Let go of any sense of a destination. The journey is not about getting to the ground. The journey is the descent itself. The journey is this slow, graceful, and ever-changing dance between the earth and the sky. As you spiral, you notice the details of the world in a way you never could from your fixed position on the branch. You see the intricate fractal patterns of the bare branches of the other trees. You see the deep, rich colors of the other fallen leaves on the ground below. You see a single gray bird flying silently across the pale sky, far above you. You are seeing the world not as a participant, but as a pure, gentle, and loving witness. Your sense of yourself is changing. You are no longer just a leaf. You are a part of the air. You are a part of the light. You are a part of the great, silent, and beautiful dance of autumn. There is no fear. Why would there be? You are being held. You are being guided. You are moving with a grace and a purpose that is not your own, but that of the universe itself. You have surrendered to the great, gentle, and loving current of life. And you have found that in that surrender, there is a profound and unshakable safety. The journey downward is long. It feels as though it could last forever. And in a way, it does. This moment of pure, graceful, and peaceful surrender is a timeless moment. It is a feeling you can return to anytime you feel the need to let go. Down, and down, and down you drift. Spiraling, turning, floating, dancing. The forest floor is getting closer now. You can begin to make out the individual shapes of the other leaves that are waiting for you. They are not a sad sight. They are a beautiful, rich, and multicolored tapestry. A great, soft bed prepared just for you. The air around you becomes a little warmer, a little more still, as you descend below the level of the main wind currents and enter the quiet, protected space of the forest floor. your spiral becomes slower, wider, more gentle. It is the final, graceful curtsy at the end of a long and beautiful dance. You are no longer afraid of the ending. You are no longer clinging to the past. You are fully, completely, and peacefully present in this one final and beautiful act of coming home. The ground is rising to meet you, not with a harsh impact, but with a gentle, welcoming embrace. You are almost there. Your beautiful, final journey is almost complete. And a new kind of rest, a new kind of peace is waiting for you.